This is Ashley Hodge with the Sikkim 365 post-game call-in show coming to you after Baylor's 80-70 win over Kansas in the Farrell Center. I'm joined by Cyber Bear, I think is your handle, right? It's Paul Underwood, and we're going to talk about this incredible win, the incredible atmosphere. What a day. I mean, everything that could have gone right for Baylor basketball went right. We got Purdue losing. We've got Kentucky losing. We've got TCU beating Texas Tech. I mean, to get at that Fort Worth to San Antonio path that I talk about so much, everything really went well. And, of course, Baylor with the most important part to the puzzle, beating Kansas at the Farrell Center. Terrific atmosphere. So let's talk about it. But we need calls. 254-339-1122 is the number. This is a call-in show. And if you're not going to call in tonight, you're never going to call in because, I mean, this is a night of celebration. The national champs proved why they are the national champs. 817-721-8611 is the number to text. I'll take some text questions as well. But the call-in number, once again, 254-339-1122. Paul, welcome to the show.
Can I just throw out three words right from the beginning? I'm not worthy, Ashley, of this moment. I tell you what, I was said that either nobody's going to watch or everybody's going to be upset, or we're going to have our biggest audience of the year. So,
well, and for those that might recognize the name, Underwood Barbecue.
Yes.
You're what? Tell me, you're the owner of
I'm the
Underwood.
owner. My brother and I are partners,
Yes.
third generation in the barbecue business. Had a place in Waco for a good 10 or 15 years.
I frequented it.
Yeah,
back in the
yeah.
day.
But we kind of consolidated, went back to our roots. We've been in Brownwood. We celebrated 75 years last year. So we've been there a long time. Yeah. And older Baylor Bears watching me may remember the name Dr. Red Covington.
Yes, of course.
I am Red's son-in-law.
Oh, how cool.
So there you go.
Yeah,
so
legend. Yeah, for sure.
So with that said, there's no way I can't be a huge Baylor fan, you know, because my wife, you know, she lives and breathes it too. So yeah.
And she got in the game. You found a ticket for her.
I did. Yeah.
Awesome.
I got out of the doghouse.
Well, I met you in Kansas City. Actually, I was texting with Chris Weish, who used to work for the Baylor Bear Foundation. He took us on the tour. He works for the World War I Museum. Took us on that terrific tour.
Fantastic tour.
Yeah,
trench warfare. Wow,
awesome. We got to go back there. Are you going to Kansas City this year?
I am going to Kansas City,
right.
and if we have a little bit of time, we need to talk about that at some point. But you know, we got to celebrate this win.
We got to celebrate the win. All right. Once again, 254-339-1122 is the number to call. Let's hear from you. Armstrong, we got anything ready to roll here yet?
It looks like we do. We got Robert, I believe.
All right, Robert. Welcome to the post-game call-in show after Baylor's terrific win.
This isn't the Robert I know, is it?
Or it's possibly someone from Kentucky, it looks like.
Okay.
Welcome to the call-in show.
606.
Are you online with us? This is Ashley Hodge and Paul Underwood with the Sikkim 365 call-in show.
All right, I guess we got it looks like they're just can't
It's
hear
a
us.
fail. It's a fail. Much like Remy Martin's flopping attempts tonight.
You know, that was an interesting deal there because, you know, the ref that Drew had been jawing with most of the game made the call, you know, the foul on Akinjo.
Yeah.
You know, and then the other guy comes in from the side.
Sermons.
No.
Yeah.
No, flop.
Yeah, Sermons saved the day for us. So let's talk about some performances while we're waiting on calls. Once again, 254-339-1122 is the call-in number. Jeremy Sohan was terrific. I mean, all right, let's go through these stats. He had 17 points, 4 for 6 shooting. Incredible night from Flo Famba. I mean, I thought he couldn't outdo what he did in the Texas game, but he did. I mean, 18 points, 9 rebounds. He played like a man. Kendall Brown really got it going in the second half, had some spectacular plays. 9 points for him, a huge 3 at a very critical point in the game. Yeah. We didn't shoot the ball well from 3 for 14, but neither did Kansas. They were 7 for 28.
They were 3 for 14. Well, I know 14. That you had the Sohan make.
Sohan made one. He was 1 for 3.
When they dared him.
Matthew Meyer came off a screen and popped a big 3. He was 1 for 2. And then Adam Flagler was 0 for 5, and James Akinjo was 0 for 2. So they were 0 for 7 between them, and then Dale Bonner missed his. Matthew Meyer had 12 rebounds. I think that's a career high for him. James Akinjo did have 4 turnovers, but he also had 6 assists. He had 8 or 9 from the free throw line. That was huge. And then who else we need to talk about? Dale played some good minutes. You know, he gave us that driving layup, which was a big play. He played 20 minutes actually. So only 7 guys played, and they all contributed big time. And it's what's really amazing about this game is we were down 13 like 5 minutes into the game, I believe.
It was 17-3 at one point.
Oh, it was 17-3.
So
okay.
I'm adding up. Okay, they gave Kansas 3 points in
Right.
Vegas. So I'm thinking, wouldn't you take 19-3 Kansas at that point?
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, so 17-3, and you know, Baylor in the second half they score 49 points after halftime, which is I think it's 49, or was it 30? 39, 49. Yeah, 49, because they ended up with 80. So they were really efficient offensively. Got to the foul line 26 times. You know, so they outshot the Jayhawks 21-15. That's a miracle. You almost never get to the foul line more than the Kansas Jayhawks get to the foul line.
Well, you didn't have those Allen Fieldhouse whistles.
I would argue you did a lot of the game, but when it mattered, you know, they kind of evened it up a little bit. But then also, you know, at one point I looked up at the rebounds, and I think it was like 16-5 Kansas, and Baylor ends up out-rebounding Kansas 40-38.
Wow.
So that was big too.
Yeah.
David McCormick was huge on the boards, 13 rebounds for him. You know, Kansas, you know, obviously this was a chance for them to clinch the Big 12 title, and they did not do it. And they, you know, they've got 2 games against TCU. TCU had a big win against Texas Tech this week, and then they got to play Texas after playing. So Baylor plays Texas on Monday.
Yeah.
Kansas plays 2 games against TCU and then finishes out the season at home against Texas. But there may be a little something to, you know, the tired legs that last game. So if Baylor can take care of business and win in Austin, which isn't going to be easy, and then beat the Cyclones on senior night, then they will have a really good chance to tie for the Big 12 title, which would be awesome. So that's what's at stake. They took care of business tonight. Once again, 254-339-1122 is the number. Anything waiting yet? Nothing? All right, let's see if we got any texts. 817-721-8611. All right, let's see. I'm going to give the number to somebody that wants to call into the show.
It looks like we got T-Rex.
T-Rex, what's going on?
What's up, T-Rex?
Welcome to the post-game call-in show.
Hey, guys. So we got T-Rex, Matt in D.C., Aaron from St. Joe, Miss T-Rex, and Miss Matt in D.C. So we got Lauren from Chantilly, Boston, Massachusetts, wherever the hell she's from.
Oh, yeah, you guys were at a wedding. You missed the game, right? You were at a wedding today.
Yeah, I just want to start this off with if you're going to schedule a wedding during peak basketball season, can you at least have alcohol and not a crappy Wi-Fi connection? Because I get about 6 seconds of footage, and then it would buffer for 5 minutes. So what an adrenaline rush this game was. But last couple minutes we watched and listened to the radio on the way home. So almost back to Fort Worth to celebrate. I'm going to go celebrate with the TCU fans because, man, the stars are aligning for a Big 12 title. We just need KU to drop one more, and we went out, and I'm pretty sure the numbers don't lie.
Thank you, Texas Christian.
Yeah, Texas Christian, quote-unquote Christian University. But anyways, I just want to say, not even talking about the game itself, but shout out to the students. You know, everybody's been talking all week about seeing practice or seeing what's going to take the students away, and I've said it myself. But shout out to every one of y'all that showed up. I know you're probably not listening. You're probably at Scruffs right now in line. But shout out to y'all. Shout out to every fan that showed up. That's the kind of energy that the Farrell Center needs every single day. And then when we eventually open up the new pavilion, that's the kind of energy we need from all 7,500 of you. So take that. We won on game day. Big game. That's kind of been the record. You know, we get these big games we unfortunately don't win. Well, that's no longer the case. So take that energy, bring it to Austin on Monday, and then we bring it back one more time on Saturday for Iowa State, and we close out the season. We beat Texas. We beat Iowa State. Maybe TCU gets hot and they do something crazy, or maybe Texas gets mad after we blow them out and they're home on the last game in Frank Irwin. Maybe that pisses them off and they beat KU just because why not? Because, you know, Texas is really going to help Baylor. But anyways, shout out to Baylor Nation. Shout out to Flo Thama for putting the weight of the world on his shoulders tonight, stepping up big. And, hey, we got a couple of days of rest. Then we go to Austin. That's an easy trip. Not an easy game, but an easy trip. So, you know, we get the travel aspect to help out. Baylor Nation, get to Austin. And all I got to say is, Signal 365 best radio station in the land. Don't listen to anything they say about you, Ashley. You're good.
Hey, I appreciate that, T-Rex. Man, I'm glad you guys got to experience that from out of town. Sometimes that's, it's not as fun as being here. Don't get me wrong. And the students were incredible. I mean, they were amazing. The crowd was electric. Man, we may have a special guest calling in. I know Matthew Meyer is actually trying to call in right now, so that would be cool.
Right now would be kind of tough because we have
a ton of lines.
All the lines are full.
Okay,
the lines
all
are
right.
full.
Let's roll through them.
Okay.
We're gonna roll through rapid style because we got Matthew Meyer trying to call in, and right now all the lines are busy. Who do we got next on the post game call-in show?
It looks like we got Kareem.
Kareem, welcome to the post game call-in show.
Is this the from?
Hello, it's me.
Yeah,
that's you.
Oh, sorry, it's Cody. You threw me off the
Cody.
name.
I'm sorry.
Cody,
Sorry.
okay.
Yeah, Cody.
No worry, I probably mumbled it. My bad. Sorry, I got to follow T-Rex. Wow, that's a. I'll try to be good there. Actually, y'all looked great there at the game. It had looked amazing on TV, calling down here from the Texas Gulf Coast. What was the turning point to you being there? What really sparked the Bears? I mean, because I'm sitting there like, man, where's the effort? Where's the effort? And then they finally started turning it on. Was there something specific you could point to?
Boy, it's all a blur to me now, but I think it really started with Jeremy Sohan. I mean, I think he was the key guy, just getting big buckets in the first half, the second half, ends up with 17 points. I mean, Flo kept us in it in the first half, and then Adam, there's so many dagger shots. That 3 by Kendall Brown I thought was huge. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch the game to give you an answer there. But what'd you think? What'd you think watching it? Or Paul, what'd you think?
Well, Kansas went on Kevin went on a 7-0 run.
Yeah.
Right after the Bill Self technical, they go on the 7-0 run. And I agree with you. That's when, we were not settling for threes. We were passing up threes. Sohan passed up a 3, drove the lane for a dunk, tied it at 46.
Right.
And then you kind of felt like the momentum had turned. We kind of weathered that little mini storm, that they got from, Self getting the tee. So I would agree with you and our caller, Jeremy Sohan played like a man tonight.
Right, absolutely.
And the time that it may have been that play, and it was actually a different play, I think, when he beat McCormick off the dribble and got the and one.
Yep. They took advantage of McCormick, and they attacked Remy Martin, and they attacked McCormick. And McCormick's got the bad foot, and I thought that was just really smart. When somebody got a matchup on him and when somebody got Remy Martin, they went right at him, and that really helped get some easy buckets. Thank you for the call, Cody. Really appreciate it. All right. Who's up next?
It looks like we have Scott.
Hey, Scott. Welcome to the
Scott.
postgame call-in show.
Hey guys, sick and Bears.
Yeah,
Great win.
Great win, record crowd tonight, and we delivered. That hadn't always been the case. We did it tonight, and not only that, guess what? Half of the top 10, it seems like, is losing as well. So to me, we've got 11 quad 1 wins. We've got, I think, the most in the country quad 1. So let's roll with that. A lot of people are, Tech fans are whining that they should have our number 2 seed. I'm thinking we should get a 1 seed if we win out. So let's go with that. And by the way, a little Bill Self magic didn't happen after that technical foul. Although he tried to will it into motion, it didn't end up happening. So we overcame that.
I got to talk about this.
And balanced scoring. So I love the game tonight, guys. Love the crowd.
All right, Scott. Real quick, we're gonna get Matt Meyer on the phone here, but I do want to say when Self got that technical, he went over to the play-by-play guy for Kansas and gave him a nice little wink. I mean, it was so ridiculous. He obviously, I think he was trying to get ejected because he basically attacked that ref and ran up and down the court with him and just got 1 technical. Most guys would have gotten tossed there, but he gave a little wink, like, look what a great coach I am. So that was pretty phony. We got Matt Meyer on the line.
Yes, sir.
It's Matt Meyer time, baby.
What's up, Matt?
Career high in rebounds, 12 rebounds, 9 points, the dagger 3. Man, what a game.
Yeah.
How's it feel? I mean, that was something we didn't get done 2 years ago. Obviously, we beat them pretty soundly at home last year, so it's 2 in a row against Kansas. But how did it feel to get this win, especially coming off of the embarrassing loss in Lawrence, and get some revenge tonight?
Yeah, that's probably the best win for us considering what they did to us at their place. So I think we're all pretty happy about that, and I feel good about those 12 rebounds. So, it's a great night tonight. Time to celebrate.
All right, they were big. All right, so I got to ask you, early in the game, I think the rebounding was like 16-5 Kansas, and the score may have been around the same margin. Did you get a butt chewing in one of those timeouts about hitting the glass?
Yeah, definitely. But it's a lot harder without John here.
Right.
But Flo has been doing a great job. Jeremy's consistently been doing a great job. So we were able to even it out a little bit.
Yeah, well, you were big. You made up. I mean, John is a hard person to replace, especially on the glass. But tonight, you really gave us a tremendous effort. The 10 defensive rebounds were huge. So what was that the best atmosphere you've ever seen in the Farrell Center?
It's got to be up there. We played college game day, I think my sophomore year,
right?
And that was a great environment as well. But I mean, that's top 2 right there. So yeah, it was great.
We've had some good ones. Villanova this year, Texas this year. Man, it's good to get fans back in the building, isn't it? Does that just give you an extra – I mean, what's that like as a player? Does that give you just that extra lift that you need to get through fatigue sometimes or get key stops? I mean, how important is that home court advantage?
For sure. At the end of the game, it's just like you just don't get tired as much because you just have the energy like flowing through you, the crowd. It's a real thing. I mean, teams win more on the home court for a reason. So, it helps a lot.
Absolutely. You got a question for him, Paul?
Yeah. Hey, Matt. Paul Underwood here. Talk about. We were able to catch a little bit of Bill Peterson's pregame, and he's the one that mentioned that, we're going to put Jeremy at the 5 to screen and roll, screen and pop. That 5 out, nobody in offense to attack McCormick. Just talk a little bit about that and how it worked tonight.
Yeah, it worked really well. Jeremy's a elite player. I mean, probably going to be a lottery pick this year, in my opinion. So, I mean, having him guarded by a 5-man, that's a mismatch. That's a huge mismatch. And he did a great job for us. And then Kendall did it for a couple possessions, and he hit a 3, so that was big. But, I mean, that's one of the big reasons why we won this game.
Well, hey, I know you're from Austin. I know you got family here that you need to get to. But how special would it be to close down the Frank Irwin Center and to have them remember the name Matt Meyer for the rest of eternity?
That would be great. That would be a great thing, to go out with. So
yeah,
hopefully we can get that done.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. But I know they're going to be jazzed and they're going to have a big home crowd. But you guys have won there before, won there quite a few times, and one more time would be great, but I know you got a quick turnaround, so thank you, man. Appreciate you calling in. It was awesome having you on the call-in show.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Baylor and Texas have a little history of closing things down.
Yes.
1988, who was the last team to play in HOT Coliseum?
Oh, was it Texas?
It was University of Texas.
And did we beat them?
I don't think
we'll have
so.
to go back to the archives.
Of course.
I remember the Tiny Towel. Do you remember the Tiny Towel game?
No.
Tom Penders, this was back, maybe 80s, early 90s. He was complaining that Baylor beat Texas. They were severe underdogs. And this may be a different – there was 2 incidents with them, but one was he was complaining in the post-game media about the fact that Baylor wasn't giving them sufficient towels to take showers with, that they were like the little mini towels.
And this was at HOT?
No, this was in the Farrell.
The Farrell
this was
Center,
in the Farrell, yeah. So I'm fast forwarding to the Farrell.
So Texas closed down HOT. Of course, we all know that
that would have been 1987, right?
Yeah, well.
Or 88?
88.
Okay, I was a sophomore.
Texas, of course, closed down Floyd Casey.
Yeah.
And now we are going to close down the Drum.
Yeah.
And I don't know when that pavilion is going to be built, but you know, it's only poetic justice to have Texas play the final game in the Farrell Center.
Yeah, that would be cool. I want to get him out of the league as soon as possible. But,
and the Fosters were in attendance tonight.
They were in attendance.
Do you think he's like calling somebody to go over those plans again. I mean, you had 10,600 people there tonight.
Oh, 7,500 is the perfect. it's the perfect size for that arena. We've discussed that at length, but I mean, tonight was special, but 7,500, it'll be rocking. It'll be awesome.
I agree with you, by the way, but.
All right, we got a lot of calls we got to get to. So who's next in the hopper?
We do. It looks like we got someone from Portland, Oregon.
Hey, Portland, Oregon. You're on the post-game call-in show with Ashley Hodge and Paul Underwood.
Ashley?
Yes.
This is Set Shop.
Hey, what's up, Stacy? How you doing?
I just had to call in because I watched that game tonight.
Oh, man.
I have to tell you that it was as satisfying a game as I've ever seen a Baylor athletic team play. And I'll tell you why. There wasn't anybody that was real hot, nobody that was going off from three. It was one of those games. Are you listening to me?
I'm listening to you. Yep.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
We're here.
It's one of those games where you win by doing all of the little things. Nobody did anything really big.
Right.
I saw nothing that I could call a turning point.
Right.
It's because they got behind and somebody, some way, decided, hey, this is enough. We're gonna bite down on the bit and we're gonna run away with this. And they did. Now I have to tell you, it was a delight to watch a Baylor team do what this team did to a really excellent Kansas team. They beat an outstanding team tonight, and they beat them just by being tougher and grittier.
No question.
TTW.
The toughest team wins. Well, for those that don't know, Set Shot played for Baylor in the 50s. When did you graduate?
54.
54. Yep. He's a legend on Sikkim 365. Everybody loves his post and always incredible insights. Man, that's some great stuff. And so you rank that as far as wins in Baylor basketball history. I mean, that's up there. It's got to be top 10 regular season. Don't you think so?
Well, it's because of the way they won it.
Right.
It's really it was just a Kenjo. If he could get his stroke back, these would not be tight games. They'd have won by 12, 15 points in the early part or mid part of the second half if he had his stroke. Yep. I don't know where it's gone, but it can come back. And if it comes back by the time they get it in or out of the conference tournament, people better watch out.
Yeah.
But I tell you, one of the things I like about Akinjo, he has revived the almost lost art of the bounce pass.
Yep.
You rarely see teams at the professional level, the college level, use the bounce pass effectively, and that's why you have so many passes disrupted in the passing lane. It's because people are passing that they like to pass that one-hand pass off the dribble, and that's invariably going to be between the knees and the chest, so that the arm that's where the arm is. The bounce pass is a different thing entirely, and he is really an excellent bounce passer in the interior.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to mention that because I've been watching a lot of games, and I've seen a lot of outstanding players who just simply they just don't make the bounce pass very often, and it costs them. So, and also I wanted to appreciate the women's victory today.
Oh yeah,
I thought they played Kansas is a pretty good team.
Absolutely,
they have all those European players, and they can shoot and they have size. They were way bigger than Baylor.
And number 15, Franklin, is tough to keep out of the paint. I mean, she is quick.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anyway. I always enjoy your post-game show, and I'm glad you've got a good-looking guy sitting next to you.
Hey, thank you, Set Shot. I enjoy your stuff.
Hey, I need to get you. I need to get you on one of these post-game shows. I'm going to hit you up very soon for one of the final ones. Thank you. Appreciate you, Stacy.
Well, thank you. I'll be listening.
All right. Thank you for calling in.
You bet.
Yeah. Awesome guy. All right, Armstrong, who we got next?
We have David Brazil.
Hey, David, welcome to the Sikkim 365 post-game show with Ashley Hodge and Paul Underwood.
Hey, guys. I was at the game, and as a Baylor student from Kansas, it was a great time to see this. I just wanted to ask you guys' opinion on Jeremy Sokan and Matthew Meyer tonight, stepping in, obviously, the last few games for JTT. How do you think they did tonight, just rebounding and taking that role? And how do you see that helping us out in the future?
Paul, what do you think?
I thought he was going to ask about Sohan's hair, actually.
Yeah, change his hair up.
Whether it was going to be the Grinch or the Chia Pet. I kind of like the Chia Pet myself. No, those guys had to show up. We in our little pregame visit we had with Coach Bill Peterson, he said that we need to – how are we going to get to 75 points? He said
right.
75 points is going to win this thing. He said that, between Adams and between Flagler and Akinjo, you got to get 35 between them. I don't think we quite got there.
No.
He said Jeremy, Kendall, and Matt, you got to get 30 between them. So how did we actually break down as far
All right,
as
so
scoring?
25 between Akinjo and Flagler, and Meyer, Brown, and Jeremy was 35.
Okay, so they overachieved.
I bet they didn't expect 18 from Flo Thamba.
Yeah, that was the difference right there.
Yeah, no question. Great comments. I mean, Sohan's obviously been huge. He presents a big time mismatch issue because of his ability to handle the ball. He's like a point forward out there. Baylor used Epe Udoh a lot like that. That's probably a name you don't know. Because you said you were a student. Did you say you were a student?
Yeah, I am a student.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, so Epe Udoh back in 2010, they used him, a 6'10" guy, as kind of a point forward. He facilitated a lot of the offense. Jeremy's got that skill. Like, Jeremy's got very good court vision. The team plays better when he's in there. I mean, I think I'd love to see the plus minus for him. I need to do some research on that because he is really a solidifying force on both ends of the court, and he's a terrific defender. He can switch 1 through 5.
So we sit right above. Go ahead. I'm sorry, caller.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was just going to say, he's always been great in transition and playing defense. And it's just really good to see him, down there banging with those big bodies that Kansas had today.
And the time that he did it, we sit right above the Baylor bench there. So we have a great look going straight to the basket in that play where he beat McCormick off the dribble.
Yep.
He got a smile on his face. As soon as he saw that he was going to beat McCormick, he smiled. He knew he was going to get an and one out of the deal, and he did right there at, I think, the 8-minute timeout. Comes back, sinks the free throw. Tremendous effort by Sohan.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for the call.
And great job. Kudos to you guys. I assume you were at the game tonight?
Oh, yeah. I was in the student section.
Yeah, amazing.
You guys were awesome. The students were unbelievable.
You didn't get your cupcakes, but
need that one. Now, all right, when does spring break start for you guys? Because does that Iowa State game on next Saturday? Are you guys on spring break starting?
I think it's I might be wrong on this, so don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure it's March 6th through 11th.
Okay, good. All right, so
5th through 11th.
Yeah.
5th through 11th.
Oh, okay. So it starts that Saturday. So convince as many of your friends to stay one more day to close that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll work on it.
Yeah, we need a great student section for that Iowa State game. This team deserves it. Hey, thank you for the call. Appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Yep. All right, Armstrong, who we got next?
Next, we have Robert.
Hey, Robert. Welcome to the post-game call-in show.
Oh,
Is this Baylor Bigfoot?
Hey guys, Baylor Bigfoot. Double B's on the phone. First time caller. But a long time listener. How you doing, guys?
We're doing great.
Oh, couldn't be better, Bigfoot.
All right, were you there in person or did you watch that on television?
Oh, I was there in person.
Nice.
I was honored at halftime as well. They came around and gave me a big key to the city, just like Jay Billis.
That's good to hear. Did you see your boy?
Anyway,
Did you see your boy Jim Boeheim?
What?
Did you see your boy Jim Boeheim got?
Oh, no. My boy Jim Boeheim got beat.
Yes,
well,
Duke
he
beat him
should be
pretty
in
bad.
prison getting beat up. I mean,
That's a little too much. But all right, what do you got? What do you got for us, Baylor Bigfoot?
listen, guys. I want to say something that I just thought of on the top of my head. This Jeremy Sohan guy's pretty good. He needs to be a guy who stays at least 3 seasons, though, and I think he will.
I think we got his commitment, didn't we, for 3 more?
Here's what I need you to work on. All right, I need you to get cobbled together maybe $20 to $25 million in NIL money, and I think we can make that happen. I think we can get him to stay for 2 more seasons if you can make that happen, Baylor Bigfoot.
I'll talk to Double R Burgers, see if they'll help sponsor him.
Sounds like a plan. Hey, good stuff.
Also, guys, want to say big shout out to Flo Samba for having the game of his life. I mean, I thought the Gonzaga game last year was the game of his life, but he proved that this year he's much a better player. I can't believe we won. But honestly, guys, after that first timeout at 12 minutes, I knew Scott Drew had a game plan. And obviously, he's a much better coach than Bill Self. And he didn't get a technical foul like Bill Self did.
And he doesn't have 5 level 1 violations against him like Bill Self does either. We have to mention that.
That's true. Good point.
All right, Baylor Bigfoot, thank you for calling.
Oh, you're listening. Don't forget, double R's for double B's. Double B's, oh!
All right. You got through the call screener. Amazing.
Wow.
This guy's like so good.
I'd like to get a caller that actually watched the game on TV, because there was one time that Baylor, Kansas was shooting, and I think it was Meyer that might have got away with a little slap to the arm. And I looked over there at Billis, and I said, I know he's talking about, the Big 12 referees just never blow their whistle. And sure enough, I look over there, and he's doing this and this. And this. That's got to be a foul. I wonder how many times Billis did that tonight.
He was probably complaining about it a little bit. All right, who's up next? Let's keep rolling through these calls.
No, we're
Are we cleared? The
cleared.
deck is cleared? All right, I got a lot of text here, so I'm going to read some of these texts. Hey, first of all, shout out to Tough Bear. Tough Bear texted me at halftime, and he told me before the game, I saw him in the lobby, and he said, we're going to win. I said, okay, you feeling more confident than I am. And then he sends me at halftime, we're going to win by 10.
Ooh.
That's all he said. He called his shot, and he hit it on the money. All right, this is from Mark Coart. It's Jeremy's toughness really showed up tonight. Having that Euro experience playing against grown men on Polish national teams made the difference. Yeah, good point. Well, he's been playing against pros, and that really was big. Stephen from Virginia, best game of the year from Matt, Jeremy, and Flo. What a gritty win. Couldn't agree more. My wife, are you doing a show? Let me say yes. I'll tell her, text her I'm doing a show. All right, Tim Twaddell. I've been critical of Flo's hands this season and our inability at times to successfully get him an entry pass. I just want to congratulate him on what I think was a career performance for him. Yeah. I mean, we said that a week ago, or when we played Texas?
Yeah.
Was it a week ago?
Couple of weeks.
Couple weeks, yeah. Oh, yeah, because we played TC last on Saturday. But, yeah, I mean, to follow up after that Texas performance, he was incredible there, and then he had just another man's game tonight. He's taking big strides. Big opportunity for him, and he continues to take big strides.
I guess Flo does this every game, his routine, but he doesn't come out at when they come back out after halftime. He doesn't go out and shoot. He's over there. He's on the bike. And the dude is just like laser focused in the zone. Yeah. And you just look down there and say, that guy's getting ready to have another great half. And he did. Right. Amazing. All
right, so this is an interesting stat. Colts Barber sent me this. Sohan was plus 15 today. I'm not too surprised by that because he was not in there when Kansas made their first, 12-2 run to start the game. Yeah. But this is impressive. Meyer was plus 16, and Meyer was in there when Kansas made their 12-2 run to start, which means he was plus 26 the rest of the game. That's unbelievable. Great job, Matt. All right, so let's see. All right, that's it.
One
from
more
the
thing
text.
on Flo Thamba. We got this from Coach Peterson. The guy has not seen his parents other than video chat in 4 years.
Yeah.
And they're going to be here for the Iowa State game.
Oh,
senior
sweet.
night.
That's
Really?
awesome.
Yeah.
And I think,
wow.
I don't know if it's his
And he got
last
accepted
game.
to grad school, which
Yes.
may mean
Yes. He's
he could
coming
be
back.
coming back.
Yes.
Yeah.
And boy.
So there's a little breaking news
Yeah.
for you. on
Yeah.
Iowa
He's
State
no, that would be
365.
great. Yeah. It'd be great to have his parents here and also get him back because, he's improving. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of the 10-foot shot at the end of the shot clock that airballed.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was one of the biggest monster bricks I've seen in my life. But hey, I got it. Flo was in the studio when we had Mark and Freddie Gillespie doing the show last time, and we were teasing with him a little bit about some stuff, but the free throw shooting and but he's such a chill. Like he plays like a warrior, and he plays mean, but I mean, off the court, the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah.
Like he's like kind of a gentle giant. Tim, who's in the studio with his lovely wife, he says, how about Kendall Brown running the floor and finishing? He was awesome late in the game. Yes, he was. And key 3 as well. Some big performances, man. And we were giving it to Self, man. I was in his ear big time.
Did he acknowledge you this game?
He did. I don't think he acknowledged me. I was giving Remy Martin a hard time because I thought Remy Martin got a clear flop in the first half where he got they called a charge, but it was a flop. It was big time. And so I had my flop sign and I was like, you flopped and you know it. And he kind of smiled at me. And I said, you're going to get called for one of those. You're going to get called for one of those. You need to quit doing that. And sure enough, he got called for one of them, right?
Did. Yeah, he did.
But which was just a warning. You got to get 2 to get the technical, which we experienced. I think last game, Del Bonner ended up getting a technical on a second flop.
Well, yeah, and it doesn't have to be the same player. It's just a team deal.
Yeah,
isn't
team
it?
deal.
Yeah.
It's the second flop gets you the technical
Yeah.
foul shot. Armstrong. Oh, hey, first of all, congratulations to Armstrong. So he drove to Oklahoma today to ask for his girlfriend's father's hand in marriage to his girlfriend. So that's going to come soon. And she's in Spain right now. She's not going to be listening to this show. So we're not breaking any big secrets. But Armstrong's going to be asking his lovely girlfriend to marry him soon. So congratulations to you, man.
Well,
got the father's blessing.
Got the father's blessing, and So she might say no, You never know.
Well, are you going to go for the elaborate, it has to be, everything's got to be over the top now proposals.
For sure. We'll see. I mean, I don't want to reveal anything.
Right. Are you going to go to Spain to do it? Up in the air?
I am going to Spain. But whether I'm going to do it there, I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see.
Okay. To be determined.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. I know that's a big moment in life, and glad that conversation went well. And,
it did go well.
I'm glad you made it back for the post-game show.
I did, but that is why I only watched the last 10 minutes of the game.
Hey, well, you got something fun to do tomorrow after
yeah,
church.
It's true.
You can rewatch the game.
That is
I know
true.
I'm going to do that. Well, listen, thank you, Armstrong, for taking the responsibility on the board, and thank you, Paul, for joining me, and for you guys coming in studio and listening to the show. You've been listening to a Sikkim 365 post-game call-in show with Ashley Hodge and Paul Underwood. Sikkim Bears.